If you've ever completely frozen up when someone put you on the spot, you know how much it sucks. You're just standing there, your mind goes totally blank, and you end up thinking of the perfect comeback 3 hours later in the shower. But we all know that one person who always knows exactly what to say. It doesn't matter if it's an awkward silence, an insult, or a high-pressure question, they handle it smoothly. And honestly, they aren't actually smarter than you. They just use 3 simple psychological tricks that stop their brain from panicking. Let's talk about what they're doing and how you can start doing it today. Look, social psychology shows us that handling conversations isn't a genetic gift. It's just a skill. First, we're going to look at why your brain freezes and how they bypass it. Then, we'll cover the secret way they actually listen. And finally, I'm going to give you the exact templates they use so you never run out of things to say. So here is the first secret. People who are good on their feet have a different panic button response. When you get nervous in a conversation, your brain sees that social awkwardness as an actual physical threat. It floods your system with stress hormones. That's why your brain shuts down. It's literally trying to protect you by making you stay quiet. But smooth talkers have trained themselves to see these moments as low stakes. They don't take it personally. When someone drops a weird comment, they don't think, oh no, what do I say to look cool? They just think, that was an interesting thing for them to say. By lowering the stakes, their brain stays completely relaxed, which leaves their mind free to find the right words. The second thing they do is something called active listening, but let's call it what it really is, the echo method. When you're nervous, you aren't actually listening to the other person. You're too busy listening to the frantic voice inside your own head trying to script your next sentence. People who always know what to say are doing the exact opposite. They focus 100% of their attention on your words. Because they are actually paying attention, their brain automatically picks up on context clues. They don't have to invent a new topic out of thin air. They just pick up the last thing you said, echo a piece of it back, and ask a simple question about it. It takes all the pressure off. The third secret is a bit of a cheat code. It's called scripted spontaneity. These people look like they are coming up with witty responses on the spot, but most of the time, they are just using mental templates they've used 100 times before. For example, if someone criticizes them, they don't get defensive. They use a simple template: validate and pivot. They might say, you might be right about that, but let's look at it this way. It's a pre-built bridge that gets them out of the hot seat instantly. They have a few of these mental bridges ready to go for any situation. If you want to start practicing this right now, use the 2-second rule. Next time someone asks you a tough question or a conversation goes quiet, do not force yourself to speak immediately. Force yourself to count to 2 in your head. That tiny pause does 2 things. It stops your brain from panicking, and it actually makes you look incredibly confident to the other person. Try it in your next conversation. If you want to keep unlocking simple mind tricks like this to level up your daily life, make sure to hit that subscribe button. See you in the next video.